Today, on an all-new Real Horse Rescues web extra, Equine Photography 101. On Saturday, September 26th, as part of the Chatham Area Farm and Art Tour Day, equine advocates offered a photography class with professional wildlife lens master Jim Kayne.
Well, the thing I like to do with folks in a situation like this is get them comfortable with the animals, help them with their equipment to the extent that I can, give them some tips on lighting and things like that. But it's really just about being with the horses.
Students were met with a clear sky fringed in early fall hues and greeted by the heartwarming resident faces at Equine Advocates. Photographing a horse is more than just capturing a likeness. It is a combination of their unique personality and experiences that truly reflects their story.
Look at me. Over there. Come on. There's a shot here, guys, right here.
Get your spot. Come on down.
All right, guys, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Harry!
Hey. Come on. Come on.
As Lily, Terry, and Susie posed like magnificent muses, no one would guess the terrible circumstances they came from. Each one of these horses is a daughter of a PMU production line mare. The bodies of PMU mares are used to create hormonal drugs by the pharmaceutical industry. Confined into unspeakably cruel, cramped, and crowded manufacturing barns, these horses are tortured and ultimately discarded for slaughter when they become too weak to produce. To the photography students here today, they not only captured images, but also brought home real stories about the lives of horses. Equine Advocates is home to over 82 rescued horses, ponies, donkeys, and mules. Jim Kayne is the man behind the lens in many stunning images of Equine Advocate residents.
I think it's getting a decent pose and an interesting look of some kind. You know, they're very intelligent animals. I photographed all kinds of large animals, bison, elk, wolves, everything. I thought photographing horses would be easy, but it's actually not. The angle of their heads, the way they hold their ears, all that kind of stuff. You know, it's not as straightforward as it sounds. Something about the essence of the animal. The two Mustangs, for example, I love to photograph running because they're so beautiful. I love photographing here in the winter. I'm one of the only ones that does. And I love the flying snow. I like action. It's just a bias of mine. And that probably comes from photographing wolves, elk, bison, large brown bears, large animals like that. They're just more interesting when they're doing something, assuming it's natural. I like them to be horses. I like to see them interact with each other, which they do a lot. Look at a lot of photographs of subjects you're interested in, preferably wildlife subjects or horses. One of the ways to learn about photography is to look at imagery, and a lot of it is painting. A lot of it's not necessarily photography per se. You can learn a lot about photographing horses by wandering around looking at horse statues, which we haven't got a lot of in this country, but they got a bunch of them in Europe. You learn the anatomy, you learn the way the muscles work, you learn the interesting juxtaposition of their legs and so forth. That's a really good thing to do. And just be open, be calm and comfortable. You can't, with wildlife subjects, horses included, these aren't wild horses obviously, but they're animals. You've got to be patient. They don't pose well. If you're nervous and jerky and so forth and in a hurry to get something, and it doesn't work. You've got to be patient and take your time and stay with them for a while. It makes a huge difference.
The passion to change the world for the better is contagious, and for many people, Equine Advocates sparks the desire to help horses. Whether coming to photograph, volunteer, or simply pet the equines of the sanctuary, anyone touched by the magic of horses can also become an ambassador for their well-being.